Massive flames consuming one of the most iconic churches in Tampa. The 100-year-old building reduced to a shell of its former self. The devastating flames gutting the inside of this building, and with it, a community's heart and soul.
Now the big question still unanswered tonight, how it all started. ABC Action News reporter Carson Chambers is looking for those answers for you. Carson?
Jameson, whenever there is a fire at a place of worship, they have to bring in arson investigators. That is what is going on just behind us. They are inside the building now, which they have deemed at least safe for now. They had to knock down a wall to get in there. We do know there was a daycare inside. Luckily, thank goodness, no kids here at the time of the fire, but this building is a total loss.
It's deep in the heart of a lot of people, and it's definitely deep in my heart.
New Salem is now steeped in ash, burnt rubble, melted stained glass windows.
I was in bed at 6:30. That's when I got the call about 7 o'clock.
Reverend Henry Lyons Church, New Salem Missionary Baptist Church, is more than 100 years old. One of the first African-American churches where West Tampa members like Tampa City Council member Frank Reddick walked to service.
It's difficult. Very difficult that we lost this.
A fast-moving fire took the roof quickly, shooting flames and heavy smoke through the church's core around 6:30 a.m. ATF and the state fire marshal's office is still investigating how the fire started.
They didn't want to go inside the church for risk of any harm to our firefighters, which was the right call because about 15 minutes after our arrival here, the roof collapsed.
Even before this morning, the church had been through some perilous times, filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in July of 2012. The church was trying to sell and relocate from a neighborhood that's seen its share of redevelopment.
If this was an arson case, or if this was a disgruntled parishioner, if this was some neighborhood knucklehead that caused this to happen, they will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
If Reverend Lyons' name sounds familiar to you, he's no stranger to controversy. The former head of the National Baptist Convention spent years in federal prison for fraud, extortion, money laundering, and tax evasion.
It's a bitter pill. It's a hard time.
Today, he and his parishioners lost their church. And at this hour, state and local fire marshals, as well as ATF and the Tampa Fire Rescue on scene here, trying to get to the bottom of what happened here. As far as we know, about 450 people lost their church today. Live in Tampa, I'm Carson Chambers, ABC Action News.